I'm Janet Haas. Thank you. I'm speaking tonight for the Haas family. Some members are here tonight. All wish they could be. I'm a practicing physician at Penn and chair of the William Penn Foundation. I'm a prior resident of Lower Merion. Our first house was on Medford Road in the Penn catchment area. Like many of you, we were attracted by the excellent schools, proximity to Philadelphia, and to my new job at Bryn Mawr Hospital at the time. Eventually, we moved to Radnor in order to have space to garden. Our 3 children attended the Radnor Public Schools. We've continued active in Lower Merion, in our church in Bryn Mawr, and support many Lower Merion organizations. My husband's grandparents bought the property that we're speaking about over 80 years ago. He enjoyed many overnight visits, watching the stars with his grandmother, who earned a PhD in astronomy in 1913 from the University of California at Berkeley. She continued her astronomical studies through all the years and was considered a very smart researcher for that field. Uncle John would have been 100 tomorrow. And he and Aunt Cara continued to welcome us after the death of the grandparents. And in fact, the beloved bunny tree was the idea of my husband. A tree had been shorn off and there was a stump remaining. He said to Aunt Cara, "How about a wood carving?" There were a few around back then. On the way home, I said, "Probably be a rabbit." Haas means hare, rabbit. Who knew it would be a family of bunnies that would become beloved? There were lots of options for Stoneleigh after their deaths. The family engaged in a thoughtful, lengthy, deliberative process to eventually decide to preserve the entire property as a natural educational garden in perpetuity, free of charge to the public, benefiting the entire community. There were many discussions with Lower Merion Township over a couple of years to be sure to comply with township regulations. All were done. There's now all the renovations were completed, and the entire garden, the family wants the entire garden 100% to remain preserved, natural, and publicly accessible. All 42 acres, including the controversial 6.9, themselves are integral to the landscape, looking more like rural England than the United States. Open spaces are important and sought and valued across this country. Physical and mental health benefits are well known and documented. The value of the natural world you've heard about tonight, promotion of biodiversity, landscape architecture, etc. The American Public Gardens Association of 625 member gardens is unaware of any property of any member gardens ever seized in such a fashion. Our region is the garden capital of North America. More than 35 gardens comprise Greater Philadelphia Gardens within a 30-mile radius of Philadelphia. The cumulative impact economically is more than $250 million, more than 2.5 million visitors per year.
Thank you very much for your comments. Thank you. Merion residents and taxpayers can speak at this meeting.
I don't think they
So I'm going to remind everyone that that's the case moving forward. Okay, I'm not going to make another exception. So I need people to understand that. Thank you. David, go ahead.
You couldn't hear. They were so clapping when you started speaking.
You didn't hear what you said.
Okay, I'll say it again. The only people allowed to comment at this meeting are Lower Merion and Narberth residents and taxpayers. Okay, I did not interrupt the last speaker at this point, but I'm not going to be doing this again. So I am not allowing anyone else who is not a resident or taxpayer of the Lower Merion School District to speak at this meeting.